What's going on YouTube? It is Kayak Quest, and today I'm going to be doing some ultralight fishing. So this video is going to be raw and uncut to where y'all see every single cast, every single fish lost, every single snag, and well, every single time I gotta retie. Hopefully that does not happen today, but that sun is about to peek over the tree line. I'm out here at first light, and man, it feels great out here. Here in a little bit, it's not going to feel so great. It's going to be about 90 degrees. But if y'all are new to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe and turn on those notifications so y'all do not miss a video. So I'm going to put y'all here in my chest, and we're going to get right to it. Fix that right there. Bada beam, bada boom. All right, so we're going to start off at this down tree right here. I have used my live scope and I have marked some fish. Well, I believe they are fish. But here is the lure I'm going to be using. So that is a 1-inch Berkeley Gulp Minnow, and that is in the smelt color. And then that is on a 1/64 ounce jig head. And I got myself some 2-pound fluorocarbon line. So my live scope right here is pointed directly at this down tree. And look at those fish right there. I believe those are fish. Sometimes with the live scope, it can be misleading if they are fish or if they are something else in the water, if there's like a stick or something. But I'm seeing some marks moving down there, so I have to believe that they are fish. See it moving right there? But yeah, I'm out here at first light, and I just want to come out here and do some ultralight fishing. I thought about going catfishing today, but I decided, you know what? Oh, I got that wrapped around. I said, I just want to come out here and just get on some fish, man. With this little, well, let me move that first. There we go, so I don't get in my way. But with this little lure right here, it's 1-inch Berkeley Gulp Minnow, you can catch the crap out of fish. I mean, you can catch, 50 to 100 fish a day, depending on your body of water, of course. But I'm a little concerned because this water has a little more color to it than I would like. And if the water has a little bit of color, sometimes it can be hard for these fish to see that Gulp Minnow. But we're gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna run this camera for probably about an hour. I'll go further back into this tree. Yeah, I'm seeing some more marks. So you got a couple different ways you can fish this 1-inch Berkeley Gulp Minnow. The first way is you can cast it, and you can let it fall all the way to the bottom. And if you don't get bit on the fall, voice crack, there's a fish right there. Oh, he came off. Dang. And when it hits the bottom, you can start slightly twitching it and slightly reeling. And then there's also another way you can fish it. You can just cast it, and then you can just slowly reel. I got bit right there. On Sundays, they want it one way or the other. I've had days to where they only want it, where I cast it and slightly start reeling. Then other days they want it where I cast it and slightly, or start twitching it, I should say. Come on, fish, eat it. I got hit a couple times. Let me back off this tree. I'm sitting in pretty shallow water. Oh, I got hit right when I was about to pick it up out of the water. I'm seeing quite a bit of fish. Oh, fish, eat it. There we go. First one right there. Oh, bluegill right there. Hey, ow, golly, he's poked me. Hey, don't do that. Hey, I'm gonna let you go. You're lucky I don't need catfish bait today. But yeah, how does it feel to be the first fish of the video, bluegill? He don't care. That fish don't care at all. Alright, cool. Make another cast right over there. It might be stacked over here. What I've seen on my live scope, they are. And that thing was sitting there. I got bit. Yeah, I'm sitting pretty shallow. I mean, I'm sitting in less than 3 foot of water. Oh, yep. There's one right there. I hit myself with my lure. Make sure my hook is sharp. It's still pretty sharp. But yeah, today is a Saturday. Yep, fish right there. All I saw was my line swimming. Another bluegill. So there was some people there at the ramp. Sounds like an ambulance or something. Hopefully everyone's okay. Yeah, today's a Saturday. I'm not the biggest fan going fishing on the weekends, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. And right now, I'm catching some fish right at this tree right here. I had a pretty good feeling before I dropped down my live scope there would be some fish here. I mean, there you go. There's that fish. I mean, you got this bank right here, which a lot of it looks the same. You got a little something right there, and then you got this down tree right here. So anything that you see in the water that is different, down tree, rock wall, there's a and I got snagged right. Dang, man, most of the time it's gonna hold some fish. I'm about to ruin this spot right here. If y'all know me, I hate retying. So, even though I'm probably going to scare all the fish away in this spot, I'm going to come over here. Sounds like ambulance and fire truck, man. I'm going to come over here and see if I can get my lure. I hate retying, man. Especially on this 2-pound fluorocarbon line. There you go. Got it. Golly, I hate retying so much. I mean, this 2-pound fluorocarbon line, you can barely see it when you're tying your knots. You know, I can see pretty well, even though with my glasses, of course. But it's just that line is so small, it's so thin. Let me cast this little pocket right here. I got tap right there. Definitely see some fish moving right there. But I wanted to start back a little further onto my right, but there was another kayaker, so I gave him plenty of room. That was an awful cast. See if I can get bit right there still. Yep, I did get bit. See, my gulp's messed up. Oh, my rod, around my rod. There we go. Nope. Yeah, there we go. Fix my gulp. I have to replace that thing soon. The thing I like about those Gulp Minnows is you can catch multiple fish on it versus, you know, like a live minnow. Tap, tap right there. Probably just really small bluegill. Man, they are tapping that thing. They're going to town on it. I'm just slowly reeling. Make 1 or 2 more casts, and if I don't get anything, I'll move on. Come on here, bud. Eat it. Cat's a little closer to that tree again. Hopefully I don't get snagged. Oh, got bit. Golly, man, they just love messing this thing up, don't they? But yeah, it's supposed to be a scorcher today. We're transitioning into fall. Yep, fish right there. If this is a bluegill, it's a little bigger bluegill. Yeah, it is. A little bigger. Boy, you hammered it, man. How's it feel to be on the Kayak Quest YouTube channel, bluegill? Oh! Well, I guess that's how he feels. Look how excited he is. I could tell the look of his eyes. He was stoked. But yeah, it's weird. You know, you got the mornings where it's like, 60 degrees. And then the evenings it's like 85 or 90. And it's weird because like, oh, someone's swimming with it. Because in the mornings when I come out here, I got a jacket, I got pants on and stuff. And then you get on to the evening, and man, it feels like a sweat box. You need shorts and a t-shirt. Big nut cast. So that's a money shot right there. If I don't get bit, I don't know what to tell you. Yep. Oh. Hoping to, find some bass or some crappie today. Fix that thing again. Oh, money shot, money shot. That was money. Look at this. Look. That was a money shot, all right. Look at that. All right, well, I'm gonna move on from this spot after get on snag. Golly, man. Just started and got 2 snags. Ah, come on. There we go. Bada beam, bada boom. Alright. I'm gonna leave this area. This tree goes good ways from the bank. I want to see if there's anything over here. Yeah, I'm seeing some marks right there. Looks like there's quite a few right there. Yeah, so where I'm fishing, I've came out here and look at that. Oh, alright, I'm leaving this tree because I'm just going to keep getting snagged. There's going to come a time where I'm going to have to retie. Oh, no. This is raw and uncut, alright. There we go. Cool. Alright, I'm leaving this tree. But I've came out here a few times and out in this lake and quite enjoyed it. This lake doesn't allow gas motors, so you don't have to worry about, bass boats and pleasure boaters or anything. But when I was launching, there was 2 boats that look like they're about to launch, and they got big old gas motors on them. I'm just like, do y'all not see the sign? You know? So I don't know if you can launch here, you know, with a gas motor and just not start it up. I presume that you can't launch at all if you got a gas motor. What do I know? So, not a game warden or anything, I'm just a local fisherman. How about that? I didn't say anything to him. I got bit right there. I know I said I was going to leave this tree, but it doesn't look like there's as many snags on the left side of this tree. That was awful. Awful cast. I'm not no fishing guide, I can tell you that. But yeah, on Lake Nickajack, I've been on a very, very good bite lately. There was probably a nook in my line. He broke me off. Oh wait, did he? Hold on. Oh no, he didn't. Well, never mind. Yeah, Lake Nickajack, I've been on a pretty good bite lately. If y'all haven't seen one of my most recent catfishing videos, I caught the rarest catfish on earth. I caught a piebald catfish. The video's called I caught the rarest catfish on the planet. Plus huge catfish. I mean, that fish, or piebald catfish, have a pigment disorder to where they're born with a different skin color than normal blue catfish. And that fish is probably 1 in a million. Yep, fish right there. There we go. Back off this spot. There we go. Oh, you threw my gulp off. Hi, buddy. There you go. Oh, where'd my gulp go? Oh, fish, what'd you do to it? I can't find it. Crap hole. Well, I'm getting another gulp. Yeah, that piebald was probably once in a lifetime. I mean, not many piebald catfish are caught. The one I caught was, you know, I'm searching for pictures online and stuff, and what I caught was the biggest piebald that I've seen. I didn't weigh the thing. I kind of wish I did, but I really think that piebald was probably around that 20 pounds. If he wasn't 20, he was dang near close to it. So just a super cool catch. Who knows if I'll ever get one ever again, but probably once in a lifetime. But I've seen online where they've had increased reports of piebald catfish being caught. And I question with this piebald, like if a catfish is born with it, then can they pass that gene when they lay eggs? You know? Who knows? I really don't know. I would think so, because I mean that's in their DNA. That's their genes. kind of blown up on this spot a little more than I would like, but oh, yep. Oh, something grabbed it. You know, who knows? I don't know. I'm not a scientist or anything, but just based off the fact that, well, that's in their DNA, can they pass those genes on? Who knows? And maybe that's why there's an increase of pieballs being caught. Who knows, man? But all in all, that was a super rare catch. You know, rarer than a 80, 100 pounder. I think Nickajack's lake record's like 120? Won't quote me. Oh, that bit. But dude, if I caught a 120 pounder, bit right there, I don't know what I would do. I mean, how am I supposed to land a fish that size in this kayak? I've landed like 60-ish pound catfish in here, in this kayak. But something twice that size, I don't know. I mean, you're pulling up like a whole daggone human. I'll make 2 more casts right here. These are just really small bluegill. Alright. 1 more cast. What would be super cool to catch would be a pieball flathead. And I've seen pictures of those things online, and man, those things are just super cool. Flatheads in general are cool. See that sun peeked over the tree line right there. Let's move on from this tree. Move back just a little bit. Yep. Wait, is that a fish? Oh, that's a stick. Hey, I caught a stick fish. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, the biggest flathead I caught was 36 pounds. I came close to my PB a few trips ago. The video is called, was it Monster Flathead Catfish Madness? And got snagged again. Dude. Freaking kidding me. But yeah, I caught 2 massive flatheads. The first one weighed, there we go, got it. The first one weighed 31 pounds. I don't weigh every fish I catch. I've kind of gotten out of the habit of weighing fish. I need to get me a new ultralight reel. This thing's flimsy. I've been saying that for a while, but I just don't really want to buy a new reel, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're getting to a lot shallower water right now. 1.5 foot-ish. That's pretty shallow. Oh, a bit right there. Come here, bluegill. I assume it was a bluegill, of course. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go back up there, Lake Nickajack, one day this week. See if I can get on a big catfish again. I like going up there, or just going fishing in general during the week, just because there's less people out. Here, bluegill. Yeah, these things need to start biting. Oh. Yep, there you go. All I saw was my line swimming. He came off and he came back for it. Small bluegill. Hi, buddy. Fix that right there. There we go. That. Fix my gulp. Something splashed over there near the bank. I think another cast right there. When you got one bluegill, most of the time there's going to be multiple over there. Not all the time, but a lot of the time that's going to be the case. And that goes with a lot of other fish species as well. Bass, catfish. Oh. There we go. Fish will swim in schools. My line was swimming, man. That bit right there. Hoping to, you know, find something a little bigger than these small bluegill. It'd be nice. I don't want to blow too close. Come here, buddy. Yeah, I like to call the fish my good buddies, because they are. They're my buddies. Yep. I think it was sitting there that I saw my slack go out of my line. Old bluegill right here. Oh, come here. Hi, buddy. There you go. So my my live scope transducer, this thing right here, it goes 1 foot below the hull of my kayak. So if I get too shallow over here, I might have to pull that thing up. Which I don't like fishing super shallow like this anyway. I've never been back this far. Oh, what happened? I've normally fished, a couple times I've been here, I've fished back behind me more. So where it's a little deeper. But I mean, I'm sure there's still fish, you know, 1 or 2 foot of water. But the shallow as this place is, there's gonna be, I think the deepest part of this place I've seen is like 18 foot. That's what my graph said. That's pretty shallow, considering. The good thing with fishing shallow with this Gulp Minnows, you don't have to let it fall for that long. Something needs to start happening though. You know, get on some fish or something. I got it in that tree. There we go. And my gulp came off. Ugh. Alright. Get me another gulp right here. Yeah, I don't plan on being out here past 11 or 12 today, just because of how hot it's gonna be. I don't wanna, today I really don't want to be out here when it's scorching. And then all the other people I want to come out here, they can have the place. There's something right there. It seems like it's a fish that's biting it. Make another cast right there. Money shot. And that's a twig. Oh, that's a big old log. Oh. And my motor came up. I have a little bit of a problem with my trolling motor coming up sometimes. I think this little strap right here is getting weak. Where's my hands off right there? Cool. See if I can get this thing. I see it. I thought that was it. Yeah, it's right there. Is it wrapped around or something? There we go. All right, there's a tree down here. Oh, let's go hit the bottom. There's a tree right down there that I'll get to. Let's go over here. Cool. All right. Thank God. What happened? Did I break off? No, I didn't. Oh my gosh, there's a fish on there. Did y'all see that? Oh. Look at that small bluegill. Your perfect bass candy fish. Alright. Yeah, if y'all don't know, I fished the what was it called? The National Kayak Trail? King Cat National Kayak Trail. That's what it's called. And I've done a couple on Lake Nickajack. And the one that was in May, that's when it was held, I came in second place. And then I caught big fish, so that's pretty exciting. That was, of course, I've only done 2 tournaments. First tournament I didn't do that well. I came in like 6 or something out of 12, but the one in May, there was 12 people. And then I came in second. I lost first place by 1.5 inches, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. I had it. I was so close. That's how it goes sometimes, man. The guy in first, he won it fair and square, so I plan on doing some more of those tournaments here next year. Oh, what happened? It went behind me. A fish hit it right there. They did one on Lake Wheeler in, was it March? Yeah, they did one in March. And if they do one on Lake Wheeler again, then I'll probably do it, because it's only about a 3.5 hour drive for me, which is pretty doable. You know, I would probably stay at an Airbnb. Over there. I've never fished Lake Wheeler, so I would probably go there a few days in advance. That bit right there. Yeah, I'd go there a few days in advance, you know, get bait and figure out some sort of plan. Because I know nothing about Lake Wheeler. I know there's big catfish caught out of there, but I know jack squat. Lake Wheeler's on the Tennessee River in Alabama. Something about the Tennessee River, man, it's the fishing, it's just incredible. All right, I'm gonna go on over here. Let me fish this small down tree right here. This looks promising. But yeah, if I do those tournaments, I'll definitely record it and, you know, post a video and everything. That'd be super cool. The tournaments, if y'all are curious, are based off of length. They're not based off of weight. So we have an approved measuring board, for which they approved the measuring board the night before. And we take a picture of the fish when it's on the measuring board. It has a date, time, GPS stamp. And it scores our 3 longest fish. Now, of course, whoever has the longest length out of those 3 fish combined wins. Most of the time they pay first, second, and third place, of course, depending on, you know, how many people are in it. I think if there's at least 10 people, it's the top 3 places get paid. And then they pay big fish, for which is roughly $300 or $400. I need to get on the fish, man. What the heck? This just proves, man, that, you know, this is why it's called fishing, not catching. Get all that stuff off my line. Yep, fish. What is this? Okay, there we go. Oh, what happened to you, fish? What'd you do? He got in the gill right there. Hope you're okay, buddy. I hope you live. There you go, buddy. Hopefully you survive to live another day. Honestly, thought that was a turtle. He was fighting kind of funny, but that's why he was fighting funny. He was foul hooked. He was hooked in the gills. But yeah, I'll definitely do... Oh my God, what happened? There you go. Oh. I'll definitely do Lake Nickajack. I'll do Lake Wheeler. Depending on where the other ones are, I'll do them. I'm not driving, you know, 7 or 8 hours to fish a tournament. 3, that's realistic. I can justify 3 or 4 hours. 5, you're pushing it. Awful cast. Sorry if that sun's directly in y'all's face. There we go. Got hit a couple times right here. But yeah, I know they do some in like, they do one in Sandusky Bay, Ohio, which that's a 10-hour drive for me. I don't plan on doing that. That's just so far. I mean, maybe I'll change my mind. But because that is just such a far drive, I know they do one on Lake Hoover. Lake Hoover is about an 8-hour drive for me. This little pocket right here looks promising. You know, with those tournaments, you gotta also think about, you know, of course, I do the tournaments because it's fun. Of course, there's money involved. At the entry fees $150. But you also gotta think, you know, if I win or, you know, place, am I gonna make a profit off of this thing? You know, with me going, let's just say an example, if I went to Sandusky Bay, wow, there's a lot of crap in the water. Wow. If I went up there to Sandusky Bay, Ohio, there's fish right there. How you doing, buddy? My good buddy. Thank you for biting. You know, me going up there, one, the gas that it would take for me to get up there, my goodness, you know, I'm not too familiar with the gas prices up north. I've heard they're a little higher. That's what I've heard. That, where I would stay, which if I went up there, I would stay at least 2 full nights. The food, the wear and tear I'm putting on my vehicle. You know, if I place, come in first or second, whatever, am I going to make a profit? Is this going to be worth it for me? Because for me to go up there, what happened here? There we go. You know, for, you know, me go up there, I'm going to have to come in first place to even make a profit. Or, you know, come in like second place. I think it's roughly $800-ish. Of course, depending on how many people enter. You know, come in second place, probably break even. There's a bluegill. So it's just something you got to consider. There you go. Little bluegill. Big another cast right there. There's a little stick that's out of the water right there. These tournaments are quite fun, man. But yeah, if y'all are interested, the King Cat National Kayak Trail, it's super well ran. You can't cheat in the tournament, for which I think it's very, very cool. They give you an identifier the day before, and like that identifier, that thing they give you has to be in the photo. If that thing's not in the photo, your photo is disqualified. That and your date, time, GPS stamp. Like I said before, very well ran. Very pleased with it. You can't, like I said, you can't cheat. There's no way. So, and you know, kayaks with motors, without motors, pedal kayaks, and any kayak is allowed. No boats are allowed. Only it's kayaks exclusively. Got this little thing hanging over right here. Looks like a good spot for some fish to hang out. Yep. Bro, I saw my line just swimming going to the right. Went on a little dead stretch right there. There you go. Finally able to find some more bluegill. See, I knew there would still be some fish in this very shallow water. Yep. Oh. All right. A thing you can do with these Gulp Minnows is if they tear, you can turn them around. You can go just like that on the other side. You'd catch more fish on it. Oh, there you go. Get more bang for your buck. This Gulp Minnows come in a small jar. You get, I think, about 15 per jar. They're about $6.99. I buy multiple jars at a time. Cause man, as much as I fish, I go through some Gulp Minnows. That and those 1/64 ounce jig heads. Buy those things in bulk, because you can get them on eBay for a lot cheaper. You know, if you buy like 100 of them. 100 might sound a lot, or sound like a lot. Make one or two more casts right here. Oh crap. What happened? There we go. Another trick, if you get your jig in a tree, don't reel. Just jerk it real quick, and most of the time it'll come out. Yeah, I think I got those jigs on eBay for like $15 or $20. So. Alright, well, we'll move on from that spot. Sometimes I have a don't blow too close to this spot. What happened? Thing came unplugged. Give me 1 second. Got my GoPro's always plugged in. There we go. My little battery pack came unplugged. There you go. Alright, this little pocket right here, this looks promising. Yep, well. God, these bluegill bite it, man. They're supposed to be my good buddies. Come on here, good buddy. And got snagged. I feel like I've gotten more snags than fish today. Should be able to get it right here. There we go. Cool. Not fishing this pocket. The sun's bright. Gosh. See if I can turn to where the sun's not in y'all's face. But yeah, I use a GoPro as my camera. I think starting next year, I'm gonna get a DJI camera. GoPros are great. Oh yep, there you go. You know, great video quality. What you gotta say about GoPros, Bluegill? He said he doesn't care. But my big complaint is the overheating issue is just that's the big problem. So I record in 1080p and then I render the video in the 4K, for which when I do that, the video is very close to 4K. You know, if I recorded in 4K and render it 4K, of course it's going to be just a little better than recording it in 1080p and render it in 4K. But when I record, yep, fish right there. Thing was just sitting there. Something splashed to my left. What's up, Bluegill? But when I record in 4K, my GoPro has a tendency of overheating. But when I record in 1080p, I've only had a couple instances where it overheats and it shuts off. I need to make some better casts. That's what I need to do. That, and then there we go. It should be fun. You can't connect a external microphone Bluetooth to a GoPro. Thank you. Unless you have like a media mod, but then even then you still have to have it plugged in. So I'll probably end up getting a DJI camera. DJIs don't have that big of an issue overheating, of what I've heard, what I've seen. So, and also with the microphone, the wind noise would be a lot less. Because sometimes on my audio, there's way too much wind noise for my liking. And, you know, I don't want that much wind noise. I don't want road noise on my camera. Yep, fish right there. I tell you, man, this ultralight fish, he threw my gulp off. Stinker, man. This ultralight fish, you catch a lot of fish each trip. Bluegill? Hey, ow. Owie. Yeah, you better go back. I want you to think about what you did to me. Let me go ahead and put another gulp on. I keep my Gulp Minnows in I guess it's called a pea cup, because the jars those Gulp Minnows come in, those things leak everywhere once you break the seal. So put that thing on just like that. Bada boom, bada boom. Alright. I think we're back in business. If I can cast right. This reel I got. And what happened? This is raw and uncut, alright. This, we know how this happened. There we go. It's a loose laser light reel, ultralight reel, of course. There we go. I haven't even really had it that long. I mean, maybe a year, if that, and the thing's already messing up on me. And it was like a $40 reel. You know, not the cheapest reel in the world, but you know, not the most expensive either. I got bit right there. And look at this. He stole my gulp. Dude, I just put that thing on there. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go through some gulps today. Something splashed to my left. Yeah, I kind of wish I started this YouTube back in June. You know, I got a GoPro and I looked into them. I was like, yeah, look, good camera, which are great. But, you know, they got their flaws. DJI just, to me, it looks more to what I want. God, that sun is bright. Oh, there's fish right there. Oh, did he swallow it? Oh, he ate a little deep. I think I can get it. Sometimes if you don't set the hook... Oh, that guy's bleeding. No. If you don't set the hook right away, they have a pretty good tendency of swallowing the hook. I don't know if this guy's gonna make it or not. He's bleeding quite a bit. Hard to see. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. Hopefully he makes it. He was bleeding. He swam off. There we go. He's bleeding quite a bit right there. Hopefully he's okay. I hate doing that to fish, you know, if I'm letting them go. What happened here? There we go. Yep. There's fish in this little pocket. It's the third time I've gotten bit right here. Yep. About to throw that thing in my face. That's what I about did. I tell you, man, if you know me starting this YouTube, I'll go a little more in depth right here, but you know, starting this YouTube back in June, I have very thoroughly enjoyed doing this. You know, I've been fishing. I got this kayak about 3.5 years ago, and debated a while. And like, hey, do I start this YouTube? Do I do it? Do I pull the plug? Or let me go back. It's like, do I do it? Do I do it? Is it something that I would even enjoy? There's fish right there. Is that a bluegill? Hey, this is a... Oh, don't get me right there. There you go. Yeah. Hey, thanks for giving my Gulp Minnow back, bud. He's skinny. Oh. That was a long and skinny bluegill. But, you know, back in end of May, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start this thing. I pulled the plug, got myself a GoPro, and I said, I'm gonna make this thing happen. And I have committed, to doing 2 videos a week. There was one week where I did 1 video. I think I had to like catch up or something, whatever. That was the first ever gar I landed. The video is called I Did Not Want to Hook This Fish, but I said, you know what, man, I want to make this thing happen. I want to bring people on my fishing adventures, my journeys. Big catfish caught, ultralight videos. I've done 1 bass fishing video on my channel. That was only like a 9-minute video. And you know, I'm not the biggest bass fisherman. Just being brutally honest with you. I'm a diehard cat fisherman. Of course, I like ultralight fishing too. But just bass fishing is just not my thing. And also, if I did an edited bass fishing video, like I did that one, I would have to catch quite a bit of fish, for me at least, to make a halfway decent video. You know, I could do a raw and uncut bass fishing video, but a bit right there. But I'm gonna catch way more fish on this ultralight than I am, you know, using a bass lure. Splash behind me. Fish right there. Was this a? I don't know if this is a bluegill or not. I think. Yeah, it is. Okay. It's fighting like a small bass. There you go. How's it going, buddy? Going back home for me. Fix my gulp right here. There we go. We'll make a few more casts right here, and we'll probably call this video. But yeah, I've done. This would be my 4th raw and uncut ultralight video. Very enjoyed it. I enjoy it a lot. It seems like y'all enjoy it quite a bit too. I mean, that's my first one's my most viewed video on my channel. So here's what we'll do. I'm gonna go up here. Something splashed right here. I'm gonna hit this side of the tree right here, and then we'll call this video. So I saw this tree, and I said earlier we're going to make my way on down to it. Run this camera just a little longer. Yeah, my most viewed video on my channel is not even a catfishing video. And that's like there's a fish right there. That's like my bread and butter, you know. You know, my favorite type of fishing ever. There you go. But the first ever raw and ultralight raw and uncut video I do, it's my most viewed video on my channel. There's a fish right there. There we go. I knew there would be fish right here. Fish right there. There's fish on this tree. All right, a couple more casts and we'll call it. Fix that right there. This little thing right here looks promising. If I was a fish, I would live right here. All right, let me, last cast. I lied to y'all. Last cast. You know when you go out fishing, you're like, yeah, it's my last cast. Yeah, I'm going home. Hour later. Yeah, all right. Well, that's gonna call it right there. So, turn this camera around right there. Yeah, guys, so that was a lot of fun. We talked about tournaments, talked about me starting YouTube, DJI cameras, talked about a lot of stuff, guys. But yeah, guys, so that's gonna wrap it. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's video, and don't forget, go catch 'em. Peace.